Welcome to a journey into the unknown. Today, we're diving into the heart of mystery and intrigue with a countdown of the top 10 most fascinating unsolved mysteries that have captured the imagination of Americans for generations. From eerie disappearances to chilling encounters, these stories have left behind more questions than answers. So, grab your flashlight and prepare to explore the shadowy corners of history and legend. Are you ready to uncover the secrets that keep us all guessing? For over 2 centuries, treasure hunters have been drawn to a small island off the coast of Nova Scotia, lured by tales of hidden riches and a legendary curse. Oak Island is more than just a mystery. It's an obsession. What secrets lie beneath its surface, and why has it claimed so many lives in the quest for answers? It all started way back in 1795. A young man named Daniel McGinnis stumbled upon a strange sight, a circular depression in the ground. Curious, he and a couple of his friends decided to dig. What they found was, well, nothing at first. But here's where things start to get wild. As they dug deeper, they discovered strange layers of stone, wood, and dirt. But here's the thing. No treasure was found. But the deeper they dug, the more mysterious it became. This was just the beginning of a century-long hunt for a treasure that may or may not exist. Over the years, many have tried to solve the Oak Island mystery. A massive hole, known as the Money Pit, was dug, and with every new layer of dirt, more bizarre objects were discovered. Some say it's a treasure chest, buried by pirates. Others think it's the hiding spot of a far more mystical secret. Ancient treasure, lost artifacts, the Holy Grail. The possibilities are endless, and yet, no one has been able to find anything solid, just more questions. And the plot thickens. Many who've tried to dig there have been met with bizarre setbacks, flooding, strange booby traps, and some even claim a curse. Legend has it that 7 men must die before the treasure is found. So far, 6 have passed away. Just weird, right? Now let's talk theories, because when it comes to Oak Island, there's no shortage of wild ideas. Some people believe the treasure is connected to the Knights Templar, a secret society that allegedly hid sacred relics from the Crusades. Others think the island holds secrets linked to pirates, like Captain Kidd or Blackbeard, who were rumored to stash their loot in hidden locations. Some even say the treasure could be from the French Revolution, or even the lost treasure of the Incas. The thing is, the island has so many mysterious layers, it's almost as if someone doesn't want the truth to come out. But wait, it gets even stranger. Over the years, many treasure hunters have met tragic ends. As I mentioned before, there's a curse on the island. The legend says that 7 men must die before the treasure is revealed. And so far, 6 men have met their untimely ends. Is it a coincidence? Is there really something supernatural going on here? Or is it just a series of unfortunate accidents? One thing's for sure. This curse has definitely added to the mystery, and it's certainly kept people coming back for more. Fast forward to today. The island is still being excavated, and believe it or not, people are still searching for whatever is buried there. From high-tech equipment to deep-sea diving, the hunt for the treasure has never been more intense. The Curse of Oak Island is now a reality TV show, and millions of viewers tune in every week to follow the latest developments. But here's the catch. After all this time, no one has truly solved the mystery. So, what's the deal with Oak Island? Is there really treasure buried there? Or is it just a series of strange coincidences, elaborate hoaxes, and wild theories? One thing is certain. Oak Island is a mystery that refuses to be solved. And maybe that's the most mysterious thing of all. What do you think? On Christmas Eve 1945, tragedy struck the Sodder family, but the mystery that followed was even more chilling. 5 children vanished in the flames of their burning home. Or did they? Decades later, unanswered questions and strange clues continue to haunt this unsolved case. Let's rewind to December 24th, 1945. It was Christmas Eve in the small town of Fayetteville, West Virginia. The Sodder family, parents George and Jenny, and their 10 children, were getting ready to celebrate the holidays. But that night would end in something no one saw coming. A fire broke out in the Sodder home around 1 a.m. The parents managed to escape, but when they looked back, they realized 5 of their children were still inside. The fire department arrived quickly, but the house was already mostly destroyed. The fire was so intense that it completely consumed the home, and yet strangely, no bodies were ever found. Now here's where things get bizarre. The fire was ruled accidental, but there were so many inconsistencies that made no sense. For one, the fire was believed to have started near a fuse box, yet the family's telephone lines were still intact, and a ladder they had used earlier was still outside. How could the fire have started in such a way, yet the rest of the house remained strangely untouched? And the real mystery, the 5 children who were supposedly lost in the fire were never found. Not a single trace, no bones, no remains, just gone. Now, things start to get even stranger. In the days following the fire, George Sodder began receiving mysterious phone calls. One caller told him that the children were not dead, but had been taken. The plot thickens, right? And then, a year later, a shocking discovery. A woman claimed to have seen the children alive, in the company of strangers, traveling in a car. But that's not the only clue. In 1947, a photo of 5 children was sent anonymously to the Sodder family. The children in the photo resembled the missing Sodder children. Could they have been taken and held captive? There were also reports of witnesses who said they saw men near the Sodder house before the fire. Some even believed that the fire was set deliberately, possibly by someone who had a personal vendetta against George. So, what are we really looking at here? Is this just a freak accident, or is something more sinister at play? Over the years, several theories have emerged about what happened to the Sodder children. Some believe it was arson. Someone intentionally started the fire to cover up a kidnapping. Others speculate that the children were taken by an organized crime syndicate or even by the Italian mafia, whom George had angered in his past. And here's another wild theory. Some people believe that the children were victims of a government conspiracy. Could they have been abducted by the FBI or some other agency for reasons unknown? The questions keep piling up. Despite years of investigation and the occasional tip-off, the truth remains elusive. The Sodder family continued their search, refusing to believe that their children were dead. They even had private investigators look into the case, but nothing concrete ever came from it. To this day, the mystery of the Sodder children's disappearance remains unsolved. Was it a tragic accident or something far more sinister? We may never know the full truth. So, what do you think? Was this a case of bad luck and tragic coincidence? Or was something far more sinister happening behind the scenes? Could the children still be out there, waiting to be found? An expanse of ocean where the impossible becomes reality. Ships vanish, planes disappear, and theories abound. The Bermuda Triangle has captivated imaginations for decades, but is it truly cursed? Or can science explain the unexplainable? Imagine a vast expanse of ocean, stretching between Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico. A triangle shrouded in mystery and fear. that has captured the imagination of explorers, scientists, and conspiracy theorists alike. This is the Bermuda Triangle, a place where ships vanish without a trace, planes disappear from radar, and questions outnumber answers. But what is the truth behind this enigmatic region? Since the mid-20th century, the Bermuda Triangle has been the subject of countless tales and theories. It's been dubbed the Devil's Triangle, a place where the ordinary laws of physics seem to falter. The numbers are startling. Over 1,000 lives lost in the last century, and more than 50 ships and 20 airplanes reported missing. But is there something supernatural at play, or does science hold the key to unlocking its secrets? The disappearances, fact or fiction? Let's dive into some of the most famous incidents. Flight 19, 1945. A squadron of 5 US Navy bombers vanished while on a routine training mission. Their last radio transmission described them as disoriented, their compasses malfunctioning. A rescue plane sent after them also disappeared. SS Cotopaxi, 1925. This cargo ship vanished en route to Havana, and no wreckage was found for nearly a century. USS Cyclops, 1918. A naval collier with over 300 men aboard, gone without a distress call. These stories fuel the Bermuda Triangle's legend, but are they really as inexplicable as they seem? The science of the triangle. Despite its ominous reputation, scientists argue that the Bermuda Triangle may not be as unique as it seems. Let's examine some plausible explanations. Methane gas hydrates. Deep beneath the ocean floor, methane gas deposits can erupt suddenly. When these gas bubbles rise, they can reduce the water's density, causing ships to lose buoyancy and sink rapidly. Could this explain the vanishing ships? Magnetic anomalies. Many pilots report their compasses malfunctioning in the triangle. The area is one of the few places on Earth where true north and magnetic north align, creating potential navigational confusion. But is this enough to make planes fall from the sky? Weather extremes. The triangle lies in a hurricane-prone region, with sudden and violent storms capable of sinking ships or downing planes. Rogue waves, towering over 100 feet, are also known to occur here, striking with little warning. Human error. In many cases, the mysterious disappearances can be attributed to mistakes made by inexperienced crews, compounded by challenging conditions. But what about the mysticism? For some, science isn't enough. Theories of alien abductions, underwater cities like Atlantis, and interdimensional portals abound. These ideas, while speculative, add to the triangle's allure. Could there be a grain of truth hidden within these myths? The truth beneath the waves. In reality, the Bermuda Triangle is no more dangerous than any other heavily traveled stretch of ocean. Modern studies have shown that accidents in this area occur at a rate consistent with other parts of the world. Yet the enduring tales, fueled by human fascination with the unknown, keep the mystery alive. Closing thoughts. Whether you see the Bermuda Triangle as a natural phenomenon or a gateway to another dimension, it stands as a reminder of how much we have yet to understand about our world. Mysteries like this challenge our perspectives, pushing us to explore deeper and question further. So, what do you believe? Is the Bermuda Triangle a scientific puzzle, a supernatural enigma, or a little of both? Let us know in the comments. In a quiet medieval village, 2 children appeared out of nowhere. Their skin was green, their language incomprehensible, and their origins a complete enigma. Were they from another world, or was there a darker explanation? The tale of the Green Children of Woolpit is as bizarre as it is fascinating. Let's rewind to the 12th century, specifically to the village of Woolpit in Suffolk, England. The year was around 1150, and one day, villagers stumbled upon something they'd never seen before. Two children, a boy and a girl, were found near one of the village's wolf pits, hence the name Woolpit. But these weren't your ordinary children. These two kids were green. Yes, you heard that right. They had a strange green tint to their skin. They also wore strange clothes and spoke in a language no one could understand. It was like they had appeared out of nowhere, and no one knew where they came from or how they got there. The villagers took the children in, of course, and the boy became gravely ill. Unfortunately, he died soon after being found, but the girl survived. As she recovered, she eventually learned to speak English, and that's when she shared her incredible story. According to the girl, she and her brother came from a place called St. Martin's Land, a mysterious and unknown world. She described this place as a land where everything was green: the grass, the trees, and even the people. The girl said that she and her brother had been playing when they suddenly found themselves in Woolpit, where they were discovered by the villagers. Now, let's talk about the theories. Over the centuries, many have tried to figure out where these strange children came from and what could explain their green skin. Some believe the children were from another world or dimension, and their green hue was the result of some bizarre, supernatural phenomenon. Others argue that they could have come from a hidden, isolated community, and their green skin was caused by a nutritional deficiency, like chlorosis, a condition where a lack of iron causes a greenish tint. But it doesn't stop there. Some believe the children were actually victims of a shipwreck or some kind of crash and were taken in by the villagers, only to have their strange appearance and story misinterpreted. Others even suggest they were part of a lost colony, and their tale was more symbolic than literal, representing a people lost to time. The girl eventually grew up, but her life continued to be shrouded in mystery. After a while, she integrated into society and married a man from the village, but she never stopped talking about her home, the land of St. Martin. And while she adapted to life in Woolpit, many people couldn't shake the feeling that her story was much more than a wild fantasy. Some historians believe the girl's tale of St. Martin's Land may have been a reference to the legend of a place known as the Land of the Fairies, a mythical realm that was said to be inhabited by magical beings. Could the Green Children have come from this mysterious place, or was it simply a child's imagination running wild? So what do we make of all this? Did the Green Children of Woolpit really come from a magical land? Or were they just victims of a tragic accident that left them with a bizarre story and strange appearance? Whatever the truth is, their story continues to captivate people today. The tale of the Green Children has sparked countless theories, books, and even some debates over the years. But the most intriguing part of this mystery is the way it challenges our understanding of reality and what might lie just beyond the edges of what we know. So, what do you think? Were these children from another world, or is there a more earthly explanation for their strange appearance and bizarre story? Thank you for joining us on this journey through America's most captivating mysteries. These stories remind us of the questions that linger, the puzzles that remain unsolved, and the wonder of the unknown. If you enjoyed this dive into the mysterious, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more fascinating tales from the shadowy corners of history and legend. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and stay curious. See you in the next adventure.